Chapter 16, A Selfless Act. Meanwhile, the other former PAW patrol pups were now starting to wake up. Swift, oh good, I see that you are all awake now. Everest, so, it's you, Swift. Growling. Swift, that's right, and Chase is never going to find you all, 'cause we are in a secret base. Skye, you know what, even though my boyfriend lost his sense of smell because of the explosion that you caused months ago, he is still going to find us here. Swift just smirked at Skye's answer. Swift, wow, you really think that he is going to find you here? Swift then slapped Skye across the face. Swift, get realistic, how the hell is he going to find you all? I even took all of your pup tags and threw them into the ocean. Sylvia, because of me. Sylvia then lunged at Swift and threw him into a pole, making him groan, and all of the pups were shocked about what Sylvia did, and so was Swift. Sylvia then tried to call Chase on his pup tag as quickly as she could. Meanwhile, Chase was driving in his police truck with Sweetie sitting behind him. Sweetie, so, where do you think they could be? Chase, I don't know. And since I lost my sense of smell because of the explosion months ago, it is definitely not going to be easy. But then, Chase received a call from Sylvia. Chase, wait, my ex-girlfriend is calling me. Sweetie, maybe you should pick it up. Chase, all right. Chase then picked up and Sylvia started to talk, but she seemed very tired and scared. Chase, Sylvia, what do you want? Angry. Sylvia, Chase, I am not longer on Swift's side. Chase was really shocked. Chase, what? Shocked. Sylvia, yes, I realized that everything that I was doing to you and your girlfriend were wrong, and hurry up, Swift is probably going to kill me. Chase, where are you guys at? Sylvia, we are at. Just then, Swift pierced his claws into Sylvia's chest and Sylvia collapsed onto the ground. Chase, Sylvia. Sylvia, in a weak voice, we are at a secret mountain just outside of Adventure Bay. Sylvia's brown eyes then started to get weary, and then it closed, and she died as the call ended. Chase and Sweetie couldn't believe what they saw happen in front of them by Chase's upgraded pup tag screen. Chase, I can't believe Swift did that right in front of me. Sweetie, well, at least she did the right thing at the end and made things right. Chase, you're right, now let's continue our search, we will find them. A bit scared and worried. Meanwhile, all the other former PAW patrol pups gasped at what Swift did. Rubble, you monster. Swift, oh, finally someone is catching up to who I really am, and all of you, be quiet. Would you like to be the next one? Swift showed his claws once again. All the pups then went silent, except for Skye. Skye, no, I am not going to be quiet from a pup like you. All of the other pups thought that Skye was crazy that she would dare try to get on Swift's nerves. Swift, listen, daring pup. You better be careful about the words that you say to me. Skye, why, do you want to kill me and all of us? Then kill us now. Swift, no, I am not going to kill any of you, at least, not right now, let's wait until Chase somehow finds you, and then, in front of him, I will kill all of you. Swift then started torturing Skye, and choke her again, and when it looked like Skye was about to pass out, Swift let go of the hold, and then do it again, so he can torture her more. 3. Meanwhile. Plus. Chase and Sweetie have now arrived across some mountains that were just across Adventure Bay, and after a few minutes, they found some really suspicious-looking ones. Chase, okay, I am pretty sure that one of these mountains are where they are, let's use our heat vision goggles. Sweetie, okay. Chase and Sweetie then started scanning with the heat vision goggles and looked through each mountain area. Chase, okay, it's not any of these. Sweetie, let's keep looking. Chase and Sweetie then started looking at the other mountains, but also, no luck in finding them. Sweetie, they are not in there either, I hope Rubble is all right. Chase, I am sure he will be, and we can't give up, let's keep looking. Then, Chase heard some voices from a nearby mountain that sounded like they were calling for help. Chase, wait, I hear some voices, let's check this other mountain. Chase and Sweetie then swung with their grappler equipment to the other mountain where Chase heard the voices, and then, Chase started scanning that area with his goggles. Chase, I see them. Sweetie, you do? Relieved. Chase, yes, they are all tied up, and it looks like my brother is punishing Skye. Angry. Plus. Sweetie, come on then, let's go save them. Chase and Sweetie then went inside the secret door entrance for Swift's mountain base. Will the pups win? Find out in the next chapter. Chapter 17, Chase vs. Swift. Now, Chase and Sweetie have now arrived inside of Swift's base, and all of the tied pups were very happy to see Chase, but very surprised to see Sweetie as well. Skye, Chase, you're here. Happy, and then sees Sweetie. Wait, why is Sweetie here? Chase, don't worry, she is only here to help us, she is not going to do anything. Rubble felt really happy about that. Rubble, Chase, Sweetie, watch out. Chase and Sweetie were almost attacked by Swift, but they ducked out of the way at the last second. Swift was also surprised to see a white terrier canine on Chase's side. Swift, who are you? Sweetie, just a pup that is going to kick your ass. 10. All the other pups, oh. Plus. Swift, well, bring it on you too. Chase and Sweetie then charged at Swift, and this time, Chase was better prepared. Thanks to Sweetie, Chase had some sticks from his pup pack that he could defend himself with, and so did Sweetie, but Swift also came prepared, and he had some weapons in his own pup pack as well, and some of those weapons were quite dangerous. But Chase and Sweetie were starting to get the upper paw for a while, and Swift was starting to get a bit tired from the fighting, and Swift also knew that he was in a 2-on-1 disadvantage as well. So, Swift decided to focus one pup at a time, and the first one he went after was Sweetie. Sweetie tried to knock Swift off of his feet by her stick, but Swift avoided her attack, and instead, he hit Sweetie on her legs with a chain from his pup pack, and Sweetie couldn't get up. Chase, Sweetie, are you all right? Sweetie, slightly groaning, I think my legs are broken, but I will be fine, you must stop Swift. Chase, okay, Swift, it's time. Swift, let's do this. Chase and Swift then charged at each other and Chase tried to take out Swift by some of his pup-fu moves, but Swift blocked every single one of Chase's attacks, and Swift hit Chase with the chain and Chase collapsed down. Skye, no. Swift, ha, you lose. But then as Swift was about to finish Chase, Chase tackled Swift with his back legs and then kicked Swift into a wall. Skye, yes. That's my hero. Chase then started to get some really good punches on Swift, but Swift then sprayed something in Chase's eyes that made him blind temporarily. And Swift took advantage of that, and he hit Chase with the chain on the back of his head, and Chase collapsed to the ground. Skye, no. Then Swift chained Chase, but Chase was already starting to get back his consciousness, and Chase tried to break the chains off of him, but the chains were holding Chase back tight. Swift, so, Chase, I am going to finish you eventually, but first, let me take out the pup who you care about the most. Chase was trying his hardest to break out of the chains, but he saw Swift approaching his girlfriend. Chase, please don't do this. Swift, oh, I already am. Swift then started punching Skye and beating up Skye a lot. Chase, Skye. Skye couldn't defend herself because she was tied, and she was starting to get really weak. She had a lot of bruises on her head and lip. Swift, Chase, say goodbye to your girlfriend. Chase gasped, and Swift then punched Skye on the chest where her heart was, which made Skye instantly collapse and lose consciousness. Chase, no. Chase then was so furious that he literally broke off of the chains. No one could believe it, and neither did Swift, and Chase rammed down on Swift and started to punch him really heavily. None of the other pups have never seen that look on Chase's eyes. Chase, this is for my girlfriend. Chase was then about to punch Swift really hard and was about to kill him, but Swift barely escaped with his jets and escaped from the mountain. 2. Swift, this isn't the end, Chase. The next time we meet, we will end this. Swift then escaped far away from the mountain, and then, Chase immediately went to check on his fallen girlfriend. Chase, Skye. Wake up. Wake up. Shaking her. But Skye wasn't responding at all. Chase was trying to shake her harder. Chase, please don't leave me. Kisses her. Chase then immediately got rid of the ropes that were holding Marshall in position, and Marshall immediately checked on Skye's heartbeat. And Marshall almost cried in tears himself, and he really didn't want to break his best friend's heart with the news he was about to give him. Marshall, slightly sobbing, I am sorry, Chase, but I don't hear a heartbeat from her at all, she is gone. 2. Chase, no. Chase then cried so much as he was holding Skye's body in his paws. Chase, no, not my only one true love. Sobbing heavily. As Marshall helped untie the other pups and assist Sweetie, Chase still didn't want to let go off Skye, and he still refused to believe that she was dead. Chase, Marshall, please check again. I am begging you. Marshall, okay, if you say so. Marshall then checked on Skye's heartbeat again, but still the same, no heartbeat. Marshall, Chase, I am so sorry, it is still the same. Chase then started crying more and Marshall and all the other pups comforted Chase, then Chase, while carrying Skye's dead body, and all the other pups, including Sweetie, went to the beach where Captain Turbot and Francois were. And Captain Turbot and Francois were shocked at what they saw. Captain Turbot, what happened? 1. Chase, still in tears, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. Chase then dropped Skye's body, and went to his pup house and cried there. None of the other pups ever saw Chase, their now leader, like this. Marshall, this is a really terrible day for Chase and all of us, I will help comfort him, he needs a best friend to talk to. All the other pups agreed as they gave sad howling for remembering their fallen teammate and friend, Skye.
Okay, guys. We will continue in a moment. If you guys need to go get some fresh air because of the story, you can, because what just happened in the story, it's out of the ordinary. So in the I will put in the description that that thing with the horror stories and that, so that that you guys will see. So we're gonna take a quick break, so you guys can try to calm down for a bit, get a little bit of fresh air, drink some more and that, and we'll be right back in a moment. So until again, guys, we'll be back in about 3 minutes. Welcome back, guys. I hope you all got a little bit of time off to get a little bit of fresh air and then other stuff after what happened in that in chapter 17. To the others who didn't know what exactly happened, welcome to the continuation of the story of Chase and Skye love story. In chapter 17, we had a fight with Chase versus Swift, but almost at the end of that chapter, bad stuff started to happen. That how should I explain it? That Swift killed Skye in the process of the fighting for taking revenge, and now Jessie said because of said that he lost her girlfriend, but I will not continue to spoil anymore. We are going now to continue to the story with chapter 18. So as I was, sorry guys, I was interrupted. As I say, we're going to continue with chapter 80 now. Let's do this.
Chapter 18, Old Memories. The next day. It was now the day of Skye's funeral, and all of the former PAW patrol members were very sad, especially Chase, and he almost couldn't stand seeing his girlfriend being buried, but Chase wanted to say one last thing, and Chase opened the sheets that Skye's body was under. Chase, goodbye, my one and only, true love. Starts crying again and kissed her one last time. 3. Chase then covered the sheets back again, and they started burying Skye, and Chase started sobbing more. After a while, Skye's body was now buried. And after an hour, the funeral service was over, and Captain Turbot, Francois and the rest of the pups started to walk back to their home, and Chase started to come across some places that he and Skye had some really nice moments together. Chase came across the pup park, and he remembered the time he and Skye played in the pup park. Flashback starts. Chase and Skye were playing tag at the pup park. Skye, giggling, you can't catch me. Skye then stopped and turned around, but didn't see Chase. Skye, where did he go? Worried. Chase laughed slightly. Chase then jumped down from one of the playground equipment and crashed down on Skye and tagged her nose. Chase laughs, gotcha. Tags her nose. Skye giggles, tag, you're it. Tags his nose back. And they continued playing tag. Flashback ends. Chase, to himself, I wish we could do that again. Crying. 4. Marshall, Chase, I wish there was anything I can do about that. But sometimes, things happen for a reason. Chase, angrily, why? You think there is a good reason why this happened to Skye? Marshall, Chase, I don't know why this happened, but I think God has a reason why, and I think we should still put our trust in Him, and believe that He does these things for the best. Chase sighs and yells, but she was my one true love, and now, she's gone. For the next few weeks, Chase was having a really hard time going to the beach each day, since he and Skye also had quite a few memories together there. Flashback starts. Alex, help. Ryder whistles. Ryder, Skye, this one is for you. Skye, I am on it. Let's take it to the sky. Skye then started flying towards Alex. Skye, Alex, steer to the beach. Alex, but I don't have a steering wheel. Chase started to get really worries about her. Chase, poor Skye. Whimpers. Chase then covered his eyes. 3. Chase, I can't watch. But Skye manages to catch Alex and the kite surf. Ryder, add a pup, I knew she would do it. Katie, yay. Skye then pulled Alex and the kite surf back into the ocean and they were safe and sound. Chase, you did it, Skye. I was so worried. Realizes what he just said, excellent flying. 1. Skye just smiled at Chase. Plus. Flashback ends. Chase sighs sadly. About a month later. Captain Turbot, hey pups, I am taking all of you for a camping trip this weekend. All the pups except Chase, yeah. Barking happily. All the other pups were happy, except Chase. And during the camping trip, Chase started to get a bit emotional again. Because he remembered what he said to Skye the last time they went on a camping trip. Flashback starts. Skye had just rescued Chicoletta from a crevice. Mayor Goodway, yes. Chicoletta is okay. She's okay. Chase, yes. Skye's okay. She's okay. Skye smiled at him. Skye, you were worried. But Chase then realized what he just said. Chase, no I wasn't. I was just, glad you saved Chicoletta. Skye, thanks Chase, that's very sweet. Flashback ends. Chase sighs, I miss the camping trip adventures we had as well. To himself. A few months later after that. It was now Friendship Day, and all of the pups were happy, especially Marshall and Everest, and Sweetie also came to visit the pups, and Rubble also admitted his feelings to Sweetie as well. Rubble, Sweetie? Nervously. Sweetie, yes? Slightly blushing. Plus. Rubble, would you like to be my girlfriend? Sweetie, do I? Happy? Sweetie then lunged at Rubble and kissed him, and Rubble was blushing a lot, which made the other pups laugh, and it also made Chase laugh a little. But Chase was still feeling pretty sad. Even though now it was exactly a year since Skye's tragedy, he still really missed her a lot. And he also remembered what happened in the last Friendship Day they had. Flashback starts. The pups were singing their friendship song, and while they were singing the lyrics, Skye nuzzled Chase, and Chase looked down at her in a very surprised face. Plus. Chase, to himself, wow, does she really like me? Flashback ends. Chase started to cry a bit, but not as much as he used to since it was now a while. And Marshall started to comfort his best friend again. Marshall, it's all right Chase, just let it all out. Later at night time, Chase looked up at the stars. Chase sighs, oh, Skye, if only you were here now with me. 1. Chase then said goodnight to Captain Turbot, Francois and all the other pups, and then fell asleep in his pup house, still feeling quite a bit sad. Chapter 19, The Final Revenge Plan. 2 years have now passed since what happened to Skye, and Chase was sitting at the beach, and Marshall was beside him. Chase, so, how have you and Everest been? Marshall, well, we are actually doing quite well, and Everest is really excited to visit us. Chase, well, I'm happy for you too. Gives a sad smile. Marshall, and also Rubble said that he can't wait for the next time Sweetie visits us. Chase, yeah, I'm happy for those two too. Sighs. Marshall, Chase, I know that you are still really missing Skye, and trust me Chase, we all miss her. However, you really need to look forward to the future, and also, Swift is still out there. Then Chase immediately knew what to do next, when Marshall mentioned that. 1. Chase, you're right Marshall. My evil brother is still out there somewhere, and he also said 2 years ago that the next time we meet is going to be the last time ever, and you know what, we are going to call our reinforcement pups, call out Swift, and then, we are going to make Swift pay for everything that he did to us, we are going to avenge all of our fallen friends, and also Skye. 2. Marshall, now that's the Chase I know. Smiles. Chase, let's go get the rest of the pups. Smiling. Chase and Marshall then went to the flounder, and found Rubble helping Captain Turbot catch some fish. Chase, hey, Rubble. Rubble, oh, hey Chase and Marshall, you two look like you have been running, what's going on? Marshall, today is going to be the day that we avenge all of our friends who fell victim to Swift and make him pay for what he did. Rubble, you can count me in. Chase then called up Everest. Chase, hello Everest. Everest, oh, hi Chase, what is it? Chase, we need you to come visit us a bit more early. Everest, why, is something wrong? Chase, no, nothing is wrong, but we are here to tell you that today, we are going to be avenging our fallen friends 2 years ago, and we really need some extra help. Everest, yes, you count on me, I'm on my way. Call ended. Everest, Jake. I have to go visit my friends and boyfriend now, we have some important business to take care of. Jake, okay Everest, good luck and stay safe. Everest then got in her snowcat and she started driving towards the beach in Adventure Bay. Chase, alright, Everest is in her way. Marshall, all right. Smiles. Chase, now I am going to call Sweetie and see if she can possibly help us. Rubble, yes. Smiles as well. Chase then started to call Sweetie at Barkingburg, and Sweetie was just helping the princess of Barkingburg garden the flowers, and then, Sweetie got a call. Sweetie, Who could that be? Sweetie then picked up and it was Chase. Chase, Sweetie? Are you there? Sweetie, oh, it's you Chase, what is it? A bit annoyed. Chase, we are actually planning to finally get our revenge on Swift, and avenge the pups we lost, and we were wondering if maybe you could help us, and maybe get some of our gear upgraded. Sweetie, sure, I'll do anything for Rubble, I'm on my way, and I'll make some upgraded gear. Chase, thanks, and get here as fast as you can. The call ended. Chase, okay, so Everest and Sweetie are on their way, so all we have to do now is wait for them. Marshall and Rubble then noticed something strange from the distance. They saw lightning strikes going around the cemetery. 2. Marshall, Chase? Chase, yes, Marshall. Marshall, isn't it strange that there are lightning strikes going on all around the cemetery? Chase then saw it. Chase, yeah, you're right, that is really strange, and it's not even raining. And why is there thunder in only one spot? Rubble, I don't know why, but maybe it's just a coincidence. 3. Chase, yeah, maybe you're right. After a while, Everest had finally arrived with her snowcat in Adventure Bay, and Sweetie also arrived in her copter vehicle with much upgraded gear for all the pups. Chase, alright, good job Everest for getting here so quick, and Sweetie, thanks for bringing us the upgraded gear. Sweetie, it was my pleasure. Then, all of the pups, including Sweetie, got into their much upgraded gear, and also practiced using them for a while. Everest, so, are we all ready? Chase, yep. Now, all we have to do is that I will call out Swift, and... Chase then received a call. Chase, wait, someone is calling me. Chase picked up, and it was Swift. Swift, Chase, my brother, the time has come. Chase, I think so to Swift, today is going to be the day that we settle this score once and for all. Swift, agreed, just come on up to the mountain where I killed your girlfriend 2 years ago, and we will settle this. The call ended. Chase started to get emotional again a little bit, but now Chase was also very angry and mad. Chase, let's do this. Chase and all of the other former PAW patrol pups and Sweetie then got into their vehicles, and their upgraded gear were ready, and they started to head towards the mountain outside of Adventure Bay. 1. Author's note: this is now going to be the final battle. Will the pups finally defeat Swift once and for all? Find out in the next chapter, along with a plot twist.
Okay guys, I will now put a vote on, and you guys will vote if the pups will win or not. It's a yes or a no question that you need to do. Then I will do the vote. Okay, you guys can say yeah. I will. I needed to type it because I don't know why I couldn't say that. But no, you guys begin to vote with a yes or a no. I said it like here. Now let's out with the votes and say if they will win or not. Vote start now. Let's head to the next chapter.
Chapter 20, The Final Battle. The former PAW patrol pups were now very close to arriving at Swift's mountain. Marshall, I really hope we succeed to take him down this time. Chase, me too, and we will give it our best. All the former PAW patrol pups and Sweetie have now arrived at Swift's mountain, and sure enough, Swift was standing right in front of them. Swift, I have to say that I can't wait to do what I am going to do to all of you now. Smiling evilly. Chase, it's time Swift, this time you won't back down, and we won't back down either, there is no more retreating. Let's end this. 1. Swift, bring it on brother. Chase and all of the other pups charged at Swift, but Swift just leaped over all of them, and he knocked out Rubble with one kick to his head. Sweetie, oh, no, Rubble. Sweetie was then angry and charged at Swift full force, and the other pups also helped out, and tried to keep Swift down, but Swift was very strong, and he just pushed all of the pups away from him, and Swift immediately tied Rubble up, and then continued fighting the others. Swift then kicked Chase right on his leg, which made Chase fall and limp a bit in pain. And since Chase was the stronger pup out of all of the other former PAW patrol pups and Sweetie, it was now easy for Swift to take them out. One after one, he knocked them out, and tied them up, until it was just down to Chase and Sweetie. Swift, come here. Since Sweetie was a much smaller pup, and knew quite a bit more about pup foo than any of the other pups, she was easily able to avoid Swift's attacks. Chase saw his chance, and Chase went for a lunging attack on Swift, but Swift just sidestepped him easily, and Chase hit his head hard. Plus. Chase groans. Then, Sweetie went down and tried to help out Chase, but got trapped in Swift's sleeper hold, and she tried her best to fight out of it, and since she was small, she almost did, but eventually, Sweetie started fading, and her pink eyes become weary and she stopped struggling and she passed out. Swift then tied up Sweetie along with the other pups. And it was now just down to Chase and Swift, and Chase was still in pain, and Swift was enjoying every moment of it, and the other pups started to wake up and get back consciousness, and witness Swift beating up their friend Chase. Swift, oh, Chase, how could you ever think you could defeat me? Swift then punched Chase right in the face, and Chase was now crawling, and couldn't get back up on his legs. Swift, I am going to end you now, but before I do, I have to tell you a secret. Chase, what is that? Angrily and still writhing in pain. Swift, I was the one who killed your parents. 1. Chase was so shocked. Chase, how could you? Angry and shocked. Swift, I was the one who lured your parents over to the street so they could get killed by the car. And now, you are going to suffer a very familiar fate to your girlfriend. 5. Swift then charged his paw up and was ready to punch Chase. Swift, goodbye brother. Swift then was just about to put an end to Chase's life. But all of a sudden, a pup immediately from out of nowhere, tackled Swift and rammed him against a wall. And when the pup took off her mask and revealed who she was, all of the pups, especially Chase, were stunned and shocked. 4. Chase, Skye. You're alive. 19. Skye, yes I am. And I wish I could explain how it happened, but right now, we've got some business to take care of. Smiling.
Steve! I'm confused about this story. I'm really confused.
Smiling. 5. Chase couldn't believe it, that his girlfriend was still alive. He had no idea how it happened, but was extremely happy that it did, and Everest also couldn't believe that her best friend was also still alive. And Chase now felt he had a bigger strength. Chase got back up on his paws, and he wasn't hurting anymore, now that Skye is here and back. They both stood in battle line positions against Swift. Swift, what? I thought I had gotten rid of you, pathetic pup. Skye, no. What you did to me, it will take much more than that to finish me. 1. Swift, fine, bring it on you too. Chase and Skye then charged at Swift and started to get some really good beatdowns on him, but after a while, Swift started to get some good beatdowns of his in, and Swift started punching Skye over and over again, and Skye was stunned and her eyes were glazed. And Chase tried to save his girlfriend, but Swift rammed Chase against the wall and Chase was out. Skye, no. Chase. Skye tried to get up on her paws, but couldn't because Swift kept kicking her in the face, keeping her down. And Swift looked at Skye, who had a slightly busted lip. Swift, this time, I am going to make sure you stay dead. Swift then grabbed Skye by the neck, stared at her right in her tired magenta eyes, and he started to pull out his claws. 3. Swift, this will be your end. Skye was trying her best to squirm out of Swift's grasp, but Swift was holding her tight, and Swift was just about to kill Skye again, but all of a sudden, Chase immediately woke up and got back on his feet, and Chase bit Swift really hard on his back, and Swift let go off of Skye, and he groaned in pain, and Swift was standing at the edge of the mountain, dazed, and Chase looked straight into Swift's eyes. Chase, this is for my fallen friends, Skye, the entire PAW patrol, and my family. Swift, no. Chase then rammed Swift off of the mountain, and Swift fell all the way down from the top of the mountain, hitting the ground and died. 10. Marshall, yes. You did it. Happy howling? Chase smiled, but then checked on his girlfriend, who seemed a bit hurt, but all right, and Chase was holding Skye in his paws. Chase, Skye. Skye, Chase, did we win? Looking around. Chase, yes, we won. Chase then gave Skye the biggest hug he ever gave her, and gave her the longest and most passionate kiss. 8. All the other pups, including Sweetie Aw. Chase, everything is going to be all right. Smiling big. Skye smiled at Chase as well, and all the other pups gave Skye a big hug as well. Chase carried Skye on his back, and Skye was giggling all the way, and all the other pups went with Chase and Skye back down to the mountain in Chase's police cruiser, and headed back towards the beach in the Flounder to tell Captain Turbot and Francois the amazing and happy news. Continue to next part. Chapter 21, Epilogue, The End. All the pups went to the beach. Captain Turbot, hey pups, looks like you've won and sees Skye. Captain Turbot and Francois then fainted when they saw Skye was still alive, and all the pups laughed at this, as Chase and Skye were still smiling at each other. 2. Skye, hey, charming prince, you're it. Tags his nose. Chase, oh, you're on. Chase is after her. A few months later. It was now a few months later after the battle with Swift, and the PAW patrol has now been reformed with Captain Turbot being the constructor. The lookout was rebuilt, and most of the equipment was back, and best of all, Sweetie was now a member of the PAW patrol, and she took Rocky's place and job, and Everest stayed with her old job, and took Zuma's as well for the aquatic rescues. Chase, the PAW patrol is back. All the other pups bark and howl. A few years later. All the pups were now adults, and Chase and Skye were having a wedding and were getting married. 3. Skye was getting ready in her dress, and Everest and Sweetie were helping her. Plus. Everest, oh, Skye, you look really beautiful. Skye, thanks Everest, this is the happiest day of my life. And Chase was getting ready in his tuxedo suit. Marshall, are you ready, Chase, to marry the pup you love? Chase, you bet I am. Later, Chase was at the altar, and Everest walked Skye down the aisle. And Chase just looked at Skye, smiling big about how beautiful she was. Skye then made it up the stairs, and she stared at Chase's handsome brown eyes, and Chase stared at Skye's beautiful magenta eyes as Mayor Goodway got ready for what to say. 1. Mayor Goodway, Chase, do you take Skye to be your wife and promise to love and respect her? Chase, I do. Smiling. Mayor Goodway and Skye, do you take Chase to be your husband and promise to love and respect him? Skye, I do. Smiling. Mayor Goodway, then, by the power invested in me, I now pronounce you, husband and wife, you may kiss the bride. Chase and Skye then kissed passionately, and everyone cheered. Skye then tossed the bouquet and Sweetie caught it, and Sweetie looked at Rubble when she caught it, which made Rubble blush red. Chase and Skye were also blushing a lot, they were shaking a lot, but managed to get through the nervousness. They headed with all of the other pups to Jake's mountain, along with Captain Turbot, Francois, Jake, Carlos, the Princess of Barkingburg and the Earl of Barkingburg. Carlos was now feeling much better, and Jake, the Princess and Earl were all talking inside of the cabin. 1. Jake, I have never seen anything like this. Carlos, me neither, but those two are meant for each other. The Princess, certainly, I am very happy for those two. The Earl, and I don't think it will be long before the other two pup couples get married too. The Earl's statement made everyone in the room laugh. Meanwhile, the pups were outside, which was now nighttime, and all the pups were looking at the stars. Chase, Skye, Marshall, Everest, Rubble and Sweetie all looked at each other and smiled. Skye, I am really glad that all of my best friends are here, even though we still lost some. Chase, yeah, but we are going to make it through, and we have to make our friends that are up there proud, by doing our best for the PAW patrol. Then, Chase and Skye, Marshall and Everest, and Rubble and Sweetie kissed passionately, and then looked at the stars. Chase, Ryder, Rocky, Zuma and Tracker, when it is our time, we will join you as well, and we will see each other again soon. LL the other pups nodded and howled for their good friends who passed away too. Everest, hey, who wants to go inside and watch T.V with the others? All the other pups, I do. All the pups then went back inside the cabin, and started watching T.V together with the 6 of them, and with Captain Turbot taking care of them, and Chase being the leader, and now that Swift was taken care of, all of the pups knew that everything was going to turn out alright from now on. The end.
It is finally the end of the story of the Chase and Skye in love. Thanks guys for watching this entire story with me. I hope you guys did enjoy this entire story of Chase and Skye love story. And if you want to see the entire story again, I have that on the playlist of my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel and the playlist, and you will find the entire story. Fortunately, it will be not made because of it's a too long story. It was a very long story to do, so that's why there will be no full story made on my YouTube channel. That will be still like this, and I hope I will soon have a new story that we can do through my YouTube channel. That's all for me guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope I see you next time again. Bye!